Hey y'all. I'm actually about to pump. Hold on a second. Turn on the light. I was just about to pump and I was like, let me talk to the people, okay? So this year I'm turning 30 and I don't turn 30 till August, so I got like 8 months, but that don't mean I can't think about it. So I turned 30 this year and it's been it's been in my mind heavy, okay? It's been in my mind heavy. I feel like 30 is more monumental than 20, to be honest. More monumental than 18, more monumental than 21. I feel like it is so true. Like at this stage, you realize, hold on again. Anyways, I feel like at the age 30, you kind of realize and start really truly understanding who you are, what your life is about, what's your life purpose, what's your life passion. And you're not figuring it out, but you're like actually fully like, you know, okay, at the age of 30. And it just got me thinking. It's just heavy on me, so I just kind of want to talk about it. So I'm just about to be rambling and ranting about it because it's just weighing so heavy on me. If you don't know, like, I don't know, dance is like super important to me. I've danced my entire life. And it's just certain levels of dance that I didn't get to because my mom couldn't afford it. And I definitely wouldn't have put that pressure on her to like be stressing about paying for my dance when she had so much stuff going on. And I wasn't able to go to dance classes and get training and all that. And so it wasn't until about 2020, 2019 that, which at the time I was, 25, that I was able to actually be able to afford to pay for my own dance class. But needless to say, even from me being young, I've always danced with my sisters, danced at home, danced for the dance team at school, and number one, primarily dance for church. So praise dancing will always be like, have a special place in my heart. And so I've always praised dance. Anyways, I say that to say, I want to try to go for something big this year in the realms of dance. Without giving y'all without giving you too much detail, I kind of like, I don't know, want to experience something big. And I want to really, really give myself a chance, not only for me and for the little girl in me, but I also want to do it because I want to be an inspiration for my students. As y'all know, I'm a teacher, and like the kids is so important to me. And the two communities that I've taught in are like top priority to me and like so important to me. And those little girls are just like me. They parents don't have that money, and a lot of them don't have that opportunity. They're not in the area or anything for them to have that experience. And so I want to go to a bigger place in dance so that I can bring back that experience. And on top of that, I can be an inspiration and say I met this goal, even though I had these obstacles in life, even though I've had 2 kids and life kind of just done went other ways. I went to college for something totally different, then ended up becoming a teacher. I wasn't able to get training when I was younger, but here I am in my 30s, or about to approach my 30s, and I'm going for a dream and I'm going for a goal. And that's just kind of how like I feel on that. Another thing like that I keep thinking about when it comes to my 30s, that I feel that I'm more, I'm about to wake up so you can't see. Another thing in my 30s that I'm like, or me approaching my 30s that I'm kind of thinking about is just like, you know, your parents always, especially if you come from a Christian back home, you know how your mama or your parents are like always telling you about God and telling you how important faith is and telling you how important certain things are as far as your relationship with God and making sure that you're abiding by His word and stuff like that. And me approaching my 30s, I feel like that spiritual heaviness, that spiritual desire, and I want to influence and be an inspiration to younger people that like you need to be strong in your faith, or this is how you can uphold your faith. These things you can do in your faith, as well as like me myself. I'm just thinking about, you know, how can I get closer to God? How can I build my faith stronger? And on top of that, when you are in your 30s or you're approaching your 30s and up, you are an example for your kids. Because more than likely, if you're 30 plus, you have at least one kid or at least like a niece and a nephew. So like, why are you not walking around being an example? Spiritually, you should be an example for your nieces and nephews or your own children. I have children. I have 3 children. And so with me approaching my 30s, it's like, okay, how can you be an example of Christ, right? Number 1. 2, how can you be an example of how to have a relationship with Christ? And 3, how can me and my husband be an example of a Christ-like love, Christ-like guidance, and just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of just like weighing on me heavy too. Action and that deep desire, it has to be rebuilt in adulthood. If you still carrying that riding on your parents' back or your grandparents' back faith because you've been in church since you was born, like, that's not going to carry you through your adulthood, because now I'm the responsible one. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm the one that need to be preaching and teaching to my kids. I need to be reading the Bible to them and stuff like that. So having that faith and like really trying to get closer to God so I can be an example for my kids, like, it's my time now. I'm the new adult. I need to be telling somebody about Jesus Christ, okay? So, I don't know. This is my thoughts process too, like, when approaching 30. If you're approaching 30 or your mid-20s or you already past 30, this video is, I'm talking to you. I'm on FaceTime with you right now because, for real, like, this should be your thought process. Because the thing is, and as the older I get, like, y'all, death, the actual dying, like the way I would die, of course, that does not scare me. And I know that, you know, what's my home. But the scary thought of not putting into my children what I should have, not reaching my passions, my goals, not doing my calling, not living my full dream and living life to the fullest, that is scary to me. Like, that scares me more than anything. And it's like, I like telling myself, girl, like, you're turning 30 this year. You need to quit shying away from that. Like, have fun, enjoy yourself, get closer to God, follow your dreams, follow your passion, be an example, be an inspiration, be a mentor. Like, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And like, ooh, y'all, I'm about to fix my coffee. So I've been putting my coffee in this cup right here because it's just been making me feel like I got my life together. Like, I got my life together. I don't. I'm getting it dry. Okay, so I got coffee. We keep our sugar in this Folgers thing. I don't know why, but we do. So let me get a spoon. So I put sugar in here, just a spoonful. What else I've been thinking about? So mix that up. Make sure it's all sweet. Then this is it. This is it. So I have French vanilla creamer, but you can use the caramel macchiato one because that's the one that we actually usually get, but they didn't have that one. So I just put some, just put some creamer in here. Mix it up. I need a little bit more. I like my coffee like my skin tone. Oh no, a little bit darker. Okay, now this is what's been taking it over the top for me. Because when you're a mother and you tired, you need something to help you ignite, just feel awake. And something that make you feel good every day. And right here, it's just gonna be this cold foam. When I get off this maternity leave, it's gonna be that cold foam. We got nothing at home. You really want to feel like you at a restaurant, you're gonna take this ground cinnamon and you just throw it on top of there. Look at that. Like, I got Dunkin' at home. And that's another thing. That's my third thing. My third and last thing. And then we might have to do a part 2 because I don't want to hold you. I don't want to hold you for more than 30 minutes. That's another thing. Finances. Has, like, reaching my 30s. Like, when I was in my teens and my 20s, I definitely never been a person that overspend. I always been like a pretty decent saving. I will spend on food and like clothing because I love clothes and I love to eat. So I will spend money on those, but I never like went overboard or waste. So I've never been that. But I never was like, ooh, let me budget, or like, let me tell myself no, or like, girl, you got something in the freezer. Like, I would just say yes to myself all the time. But now hitting my 30s and also now being a home owner, which I revealed to y'all last video, like, what's going on with my camera? That's been heavy on me too. Now can I save up to afford certain things? How can I save up to be able to go on certain trips? But also, what can I do to invest, or how can we get more money? Like, me and my husband have these conversations all the time. And going into my 30s, I feel like that's important because now I'm not only setting up my finances for my life, I'm setting up my finances for what I leave my kids and my grandkids, okay? The legacy, the blessings, okay? And of course, with me being in faith and being God's daughter, my kids are going to be blessed and good. My grandkids are going to be blessed and good. But what am I doing on this earth physically, financially, to do that for them? You know what I'm saying? And also, that's another thing. Like I said, I'm the new person. I'm supposed to be leading. I'm supposed to be helping. So it's like, you know, it's like what I need to be doing is also showing my kids about money too, and showing my kids how they can be a good person. I feel like in today's society, people are not showing their kids how to be a good person. They not being an example of a good person, and neither are they showing their kids how to be good people. And I want my kids to be good people. Like, I want the name to precede itself, and I want the name to follow too, okay? Like, those are good people. You know those, you know Sachiya, and you know her kids, like, yeah, like, they all like that. Like, they just nice. Like, they good people. They gonna wear their heart on their sleeve. Like, they gonna look out. They gonna guide you. They gonna be honest with you. They gonna help you. Like, all that stuff, okay? And if you're a woman, like I said, in your 30s plus, that should be your thought process too. Like, how am I helping and being an inspiration to the younger generation, whether it be my kids, other people's kids, my nieces and nephews? What am I doing for my passion, following my dreams, really going for the big things? How am I having fun, like living life like tomorrow don't exist, like that song say? because that's truth. Like, the next hour you don't know, the next day you don't know. It could be your day that God called you home, like you really don't know. And it really makes me like tear up, because it's like, ooh, that's deep. And people don't want to think that deep because it's scary for them, but that's the truth. Like, the next hour, the next day, it's not promised to you. So if you want to love on somebody, tell somebody you love them, then you do that. Get in your word so you can make sure you and God straight. I mean, like, follow your passion, follow your dreams, work on it, and just like live with no regrets. Now, that doesn't mean live how you want to. That doesn't mean live in your truth. That means literally in the realms of being what God has called you to be, in the area that God called you to be. Reach that full potential. Do not leave this earth wasting your talents, wasting your dreams, wasting who you are. Like, share that with people. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I got to say today. I don't know. I just feel good because I got Dunkin' at home. I got Starbucks at home. I got your local coffee shop at home, okay? Y'all, I lie to you not. Top tier. But I'll see you next week.